Hey everybody, Lysa Allman-Baldwin here, and today I want to talk to you about navigating through the rough seas in your life. But first, I have something to read to you. Any skilled sailor will tell you that the sea is unpredictable. Sometimes the water is flat and serene, and you can see clearly for miles and miles in all directions. It's beautiful, comforting, and you're excited and hopeful about what's on the horizon. Undulating ripples of various heights always come and go. Your job is to flow with them until they level out again. But sometimes massive storms begin forming in the distance with gale force winds and gigantic swells. Some you can see coming, and there's time to batten down the hatches and brace yourself. Others take you completely by surprise, bearing down before you can suck in a big gulp of air and latch onto something. No life vest is anywhere within reach. The boat capsizes and you're thrown overboard, violently thrashed about. Your internal compass is so jostled it's unable to discern north, nor south, nor east, nor west, much less the surface. After what seems like an eternity, the winds die down, the sea begins to calm, and there's a sliver of sunshine peeking through an opening in the clouds. A shard from the wreckage innocently floats by as if nothing happened. You latch on, clinging to it for dear life. As the cerebral fog begins to lift and the briny water trickles from every orifice above your shoulders, you realize you're alive. Barely. Battered and bruised, but alive. Perhaps a rescue vessel will be along at any moment. But despite this reprieve, you just want to let go, sink beneath the surface into the abyss, and move on. This seems to be the story of my life, the storms becoming stronger, more ferocious, and increasingly insurmountable as the years pass. Death has got to be better than this. Just let go. This time, I just want to let go. That's where I was about 6 years ago, when, after a series of things happened in my life over a 6-month period of time, bam, 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 and took me on a path that I never imagined I would be on, that I wanted to check out of this life experience. Now, obviously, I didn't do it, and that's a good thing, and it was a rocky road getting to where I am today. But that story I just read you, that is the introduction that I wrote for my book called I Cried and People Loved Me Anyway. Here's the book right here. I Cried and People Loved Me Anyway. I had no plans on writing a book like that. And had no plans that this was the trajectory my life was going to take. I self-published a book in 2018, and my life has completely changed, still doing inner work, overcoming those other things since. But the purpose of this video is not to promote the book. The purpose of the video and why I started out with that story is to show that when I look back now, 6 years before where I was, where I have come since, and where I am now, I remind myself that tough times are going to come, but I have the tools to overcome them, to stay resilient and move forward. It is not always easy. It is not like a light bulb goes off, you got it, you wrote a book, your life is fabulous, you're a speaker and a workshop facilitator, and everything is fine. That is not the case. There are days like earlier this week with all kinds of stuff going on, even not even really things life changing, computer problems, phone problems, travel, the news, this, that, and the next thing. And I could feel the depression coming on, and I could feel myself going back into that place of I can't do anything right, and life is not going well, and when is this going to end? But I go back sometimes to this story, this introduction I just read to you, sometimes just thinking back to what has gone on in my life. And I remind myself, you, Lysa, have been through tough times before. Different, varying degrees, but no less tough times. And you are not going to let that defeat you. So, my question to you all today is, where can you look back in your life at tough times that you've gone through before? And look at whatever is troubling you now and put it in perspective. Look at those rough seas that you've navigated before, even if it was messy, even if it was ugly, even if it wasn't the navigation you would have chosen, but you still did it somehow. You're still here. So take a look at those rough seas. What can you glean from what you tried to overcome them that worked? What you tried that maybe didn't work so well? People that you reached out to, people who reached out to you. How did you make it from that dark time to where you are today? And use that to help you move forward. I hope this little tip has helped you today. Remember, you are more powerful than you know. Believe in yourself. You are more powerful than you know.